Hello, welcome to Kenya USA Times TV. Today is a Sunday and I want to talk about how to get a host. Welcome. First and foremost, as we prepare to apply for DV 2025 lottery application, one important thing that should occupy your mind as a prospective applicant is how to get a host. How do you get a host? And why do you need a host? And what are the requirements or the required documents from the host? First and foremost, having a host and the required documentation will prevent you from being declared a public charge. If you are declared a public charge, you will not get a visa. You will be a liability to the taxpayers' money, to the US government. So they will see you as a public charge and then they will decide to deny you visa. How can you avoid this? Getting a host. What are the characteristics of a good host? First, a host should be somebody who has status, either a permanent resident or a citizen. Not a student, not somebody who came through visit visa, not somebody who is not in status. No, it should only be a citizen or a permanent resident. And that is not enough. This same person should be able to sustain you comfortably according to federal poverty guidelines. Why am I saying this? Okay, let's say for example, your host has 3 people and you are 4. All of you becomes 7 people. There are guidelines as how much annual income which can support a household of 7 people. There is a guideline with federal poverty guidelines. So you can't just host people anyhowly. You should host them under the guidelines. For example, mtu mwenye anaweza host 8 people should at least be having or earning at least $63,200 annually. That's the minimum at the rate of 125%. So if you get somebody who is earning less than that and the total household is maybe 8, note that you will not be supported as per the regulations and you are likely to be denied visa. So in getting a host, make sure that you know the number of people in the host's household. Then you add your number. Then you do calculation. You see the table, 2023 table federal poverty guideline. Then you gauge, is this host able to host me or not? Obviously, you will have to discuss this with your host. I know annual income is a private information for most people. So some hosts may not be willing to give you their estimate of annual income. Perhaps you may wait until your host sends you maybe IRS tax transcript or the affidavit of support. Or maybe if you know the job your host is doing, you can easily Google the estimate annual salary for this host of yours. Then you will gauge, how will this be? Will this host be able to sustain me according to the laws? That would be the question. So it's not any other host. It should be a host who is earning enough as per the federal guidelines. Secondly, your host should have status, legal status, either a permanent resident or a citizen. Bottom line. Hiyo imeisha hivyo. Then, how can you then get a host? I know it's a thorny issue, it's a challenging issue, and sometimes it's not easy to get a host, especially if you have a family. It could be easy for somebody who is a single, yes, but somebody who has family may not be easy. How will you get? Okay, you can do this. Look around your neighborhood. Those who've gone, maybe who have come to the US, be friendly to those people. If possible, get to know somebody who knows somebody who is in the US. Make contacts early enough. Be friendly. Request them for hosting. Yes, some people may accept it. So you have to go extra length in getting these people. Do networking. You should have networking skills. Now, it's best for you to start where you are. Yes, from the people in your village, in your locality, in your county. That would be the best scenario because they can easily adapt to your culture. Yeah. So start from where you are. You may not go to that person directly, but you may go through another person who knows this person. Remember, giving out tax transcripts and then even the affidavit of support is not an easy thing. These documents will contain confidential information, private information, which most people are not willing to share. So you must earn the trust of these people, the host to be. You have to you have to go through people who knows this host. Those people who can be trusted by this host. Talk to them. Ask them if they can host you and provide the necessary document. Secondly, you can also use, there are some organizations such as FINS. Yes, I don't know how the history of FINS, but some people are saying that they can be hosted through FINS services. It's a company which will charge you. It's not free. They will charge you to host you, to accommodate you, and to provide the necessary documentations. So if you have money and you've looked around and you've not found any host, maybe you can try FINS. I'm not promoting them in any way, but some people have used it. And though we are yet to see the feedback from those people, but at least it's the best option available for those who have no alternative. Try FINS and then you pay some money. Obviously, it's not free. You try that. Another thing, thirdly, you can go through various social media sites. Try looking for Kenyans in diaspora, Kenyans in certain state. Look around. Ask people. Yeah? But be careful because there are a lot of scammers. There are many scammers around. I remember during my time, okay, the way I got my host is quite unique. I had about 3 options. And in one of the options, there was a white lady. Yes, I thought she is a white lady, but I requested her to host me, but it ended up being something else. I never knew she was a con. Yes, she was a con. I realized that this supposed white lady is in Mombasa, a Kenyan conning people. Yes. So be careful, you can be conned easily. Watu ni wabaya sana. They can con people. Na wanaweza chukua pesa yako. Especially when they realize that you are desperate for a host. So be careful. Even when looking around, be careful. Don't trust anybody. And lastly, trust in the living God. Yes, trust in the living God. And everything will be okay. God will open a way for you. I know to get a host is not easy, but always trust in God. Another thing, while looking for a host, usitafute moja, kuwa na many options. So that if this one fails, there is another one. And the little secret, I have a little secret for you. Don't tell any of the hosts that prospective hosts that you have somebody else. No, they should not know each other. Yes, be the master of all. Yes, they should not know each other. Play your cards well. And then eventually you will have to decide if the best host for you. Kati ya hawa watatu umechagua, utachagua ni gani? Lakini usiambie ati niko na alternative A ama B. No, it should be your personal secret. So I welcome your comments there on other ways of getting hosts. Make a comment section so that everybody can see how to do that. Okay. In my case, I benefited from the generosity of my relatives. If you have relatives in the US, you can start from there. Start from there. Start from where you are. And remember, this person you are going to his or her house, maybe you've not lived with that person for so many years. So be prepared for any clash of personalities, interests. Have the humility to accept anything in your strides. Swallow your pride, humble yourself while you are being hosted. So nobody is perfect. You wouldn't expect your host to be perfect. Neither are you. So be humble, accept everything in your stride, knowing that very soon you will get out of your host's place. So, kwa wale wana apply DV 2025, think about this. Think of ways of getting a host. Be friendly to those people who are in diaspora. Do networking. Okay, in my case, obviously, I just came in recently. I'm yet to finish 1 year in the US. I'm not filed my taxes, so I may not be able to host anybody for now. But in future, when times come, I'm among those people who are willing to host, to help my fellow Kenyans in this DV lottery journey. God bless you as you think about how to get a host. I know, I believe, I have hope that you who is watching me will win DV 2025. And then, if you are a winner, you should always have a plan of doing something. I know it's way early, but be prepared to get a host, to look for a host. And I wish you get a good host. By the way, not all hosts are good. No. Some are weird. Some may end up champing you. Kuna watu wamerukwa wakati interview inakaribia. The supposed host wakafunga mazimu zao. And that's why I say you should always have options. Don't rely on that person. Hata kama ni ango yako ama your relative. Don't trust somebody 100%. Hata kama ni uncle. I've seen a situation whereby there is a story whereby somebody angolia somebody, yeah, alimuruka last minute, na iliali the interviews ilikuwa karibu, akamuruka. Luckily God came through na akaweza kupata another host. Some people are very wicked, so be very careful. Ukuwe na options mingi, and God bless you. Thank you so much.